Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Krival Nails, and we're also going to be playing with these really awesome Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce decals. Now, the moment they started dating, I had to get this sweatshirt. Instead of the NFL version, it is Taylor's version. It's super appropriate. I just wanted to throw that in here. So today we are creating a Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce mani, which could not be more perfect because that is all the rave right now between the Chads and the Brads. If you know what I'm talking about with that line, you know what I'm talking about. But we also will be doing a non-Taylor Swift mani on my channel as well. So we are dipping into Coconut Vanilla, which is a beautiful bright white. It is definitely a slight bit brighter than that ghost white that we were using a few weeks ago on my channel. But this one right here, it's just a great pure white, and it is going to be really awesome, like the background for our decals. Now, anytime you're playing with a white and the gel method, you want to make sure that you have a great quality white. Otherwise, it's going to look really grainy and patchy. So I definitely recommend this white here from Krival Nails, and check it out. It is super full coverage, and you can see here it's not patchy or streaky or anything like that. It is a very, very full coverage white here. So we're only going to do one dip of that. Then we're going into Santa's suit. So it's overall going to be a very simple mani. We're implementing some chief colors here. And this color right here, it is such a gorgeous red because it has like this beautiful brightness to it, but yet it has a really awesome dark undertone to it, which I love so much. And we're going to do another coat here. So anytime we are curing in between each coat, because we are doing the gel method, I am curing for a full 30 seconds. And I will do that for each dip. If you are looking for nail lamp suggestions, I do have a few listed in that description box below. Now this is when this red just comes to life and you can really see that dark undertone just shine through. It's a very beautiful red. This would be great for Valentine's Day as well. Speaking of Valentine's Day, do not let these names fool you. Kissing Santa Claus would be perfect for Valentine's Day as well. So we are using these two colors right here. Now I wanted to do an ombre featuring the chief colors, but I wanted to do a little bit of a different ombre. I wanted a little bit of a textural glitter, so I wanted to use these glitters here from Kissing Santa Claus because it's a mixture of fine, small, and some larger hexagon shaped glitters. So I really thought that would just make this nail pop here, paired with the finer glitter that we're going to be diving into. I just thought it would bring like a really unique element to this ombre, so it's not just like that traditional ombre effect. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this little cuticle tool here, and I'm just carefully removing any larger glitters away from the sidewalls and that free edge there, and just making sure that those bigger glitters are laying completely flat and that there's not a whole bunch overlapping, because then they will not cure. Once I'm satisfied with the placement of those bigger glitters, we're going into this beautiful gold glitter here, and this color right here with the combination of Kissing Santa screams the chief colors in my opinion. When I saw these colors together, I knew I had to use them in this mani. But now we're just going to press all those fine glitters down, and then once they're completely flat and how I like it, I will go ahead and cure for a full 30 seconds, and then we're going to dust off, and we're going to go ahead and even take this sparkle up another notch with another layer of sparkle. Now again, adding the chunky glitter is totally optional. If you want to do a finer glitter, you can definitely go ahead and do that, but I just really like how it added a little bit of just like texture and just different when it came to ombre, because normally when I do my ombres, I keep it very like fine glitter on fine glitter or solid on solid. I don't really do a combination of like different textures, so I had a lot of fun playing with this. But the second dip, instead of just creating more bulk with the chunky glitter, I'm just going to hand place pieces of glitter on any open areas that we have, just to kind of keep everything laying super flat. So that is what I did for the second coat when we were doing the ombre with Kissing Santa Claus. Filing and buffing, we're going to keep it super easy today, even though we did use glitter and we did use a chunkier glitter. Since everything is still laying really flat, I am just cleaning up the sidewalls and the free edge, and I am not going to be buffing on top or anything like that. So that is what I did for the rest of the nails off camera. Then what we're going to do now is we are going to apply a layer of gel base to all the nails and cure for 30 seconds. Now applying the gel base to all the nails, not only is it sealing in the dip powder, but it's also going to help give the nails this really awesome tacky layer to help these decals apply really nicely. It's also going to give us some wiggle room with the decals, and it's also going to make the decals lay really flat to the nail and become one. So now we're diving into these really fun decals. Now, I love these decals. I feel like it's almost giving me like a retro football kind of vibe. I am not a football kind of person at all. I did not even know who Travis Kelce was prior to Taylor dating him. So this is just like a really fun like twist to that Taylor Swift theme pack that we're playing with this week. And it almost has like a retro feel to it, which I love it so much. So I really like how that 87 is popping on that white. And then we're doing one with Taylor Swift here. So when I apply my decals, I use room temperature water, and then I place it in the room temperature water, that decal, for about 15 seconds. That backing of paper should just gently slide right off. And then I like to use a jelly stamper so I can really see where I'm placing it. But the best part about using a gel base that's cured is it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. So if that decal is crooked, you can go ahead and just gently shift that around ever so easily. I do have a good outcome when I am moving a decal around with the Model Ones brand. And then we're going to place our last decal here, which is Swiftie Chiefs, which is super funny. And overall, this is just a really just fun, mani that you could rock when you are going to a football game, or it's just like kind of like a conversation piece. It's a very iconic piece right now to our Taylor Swift era. So of course we had to tie in a Chiefs mani here, but also since it is red and all that kind of stuff, it could be kind of slightly the red era if you really wanted to tie in some more red to this. All right, so then I'm taking this flat brush with a little bit of acetone, and I'm just gently feathering out that decal and then going over any lines or wrinkles that may be in the decal just to flatten everything out. And then that's what's really gonna get this decal to just melt into the nail. Once that decal is completely dry, I always go ahead and tap it down, but you wanna make sure that decal is completely dry before you start tapping it down, because otherwise you're going to start lifting up that decal and you're going to wreck the decal. And then to seal in the decal, I'm going in with a layer of gel top coat because everything was laying so flat. And with the Model Ones, I do not experience any chipping or flaking if I do not do a base coat first. But if you feel more comfortable, definitely do a base coat first, cure for 30 seconds, and then go in with your top coat. But now this decal was a little bit longer, so I had some hanging over the free edge. So I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm getting all those wrinkles out, and then I'm actually getting rid of any extra decal that is hanging over that free edge there, and just carefully just removing it with the flat brush. But this is the best way for me to apply decals, and I really like it. Okay, so let's say you mess up on a decal and the image got distorted, or it's crooked, or you ripped it. What you would do is after everything is cured, just make sure everything's cured first, go in with a buffer block and just file off that decal. Then go ahead, put a layer of gel base, cure it for 30 seconds, and then you can start over with your decal application. So just keep that in mind. It is definitely fixable. If you are newer to decals and want to practice, you could always practice on swatch sticks, or you could practice on, if you're making press-ons, on jelly tip numbers that you do not use. So that's another way to use your jelly tips that are not your size. You could always use them for practice nail art as well, and just overall super fun. And you could still use all the techniques that we're using today on your natural nails, or if you are dipping directly into the jar and not making press-ons, you could do all these steps as well. So just keep that in mind. Even though we're making press-ons, you can still do all this on your nails. All right, so we're just finishing up sealing this mani here. Everything is cured for 60 seconds, and here's our fun Taylor Swift Travis Kelce mani. It is very nostalgic, it is fun, and again, it's definitely giving me these really like vintage football vibes, probably because she was wearing like these vintage outfits throughout the game, the last couple games. So super fun, and I really hope you are enjoying Taylor Swift week. We are going to be getting into another era tomorrow, and I'm super excited about the era that we're diving into. And it is definitely going to be like my favorite era, I feel like, out of this whole series. But if you missed yesterday, we did do the Lover era, so definitely check that out. And then you can see everything that is included in that Taylor Swift bundle that we've been playing with. So everything that we did use can be found in that description box below. These colors from Krival Nails were everything. It just made the mani even better. That perfect white from Coconut Vanilla is definitely a must-have. PHARAOH is just that perfect orange gold that we needed. And then that red is everything. So I hope you enjoyed this mani. Stay tuned. There will be another upload today that is not a Taylor Swift mani. And I will see you all in tomorrow's upload.